Alright, welcome back to Keith 60 Hotshot Adventures. Probably can't see much. Welcome to the time change. Anyways, working on a 2015 Ram 2500 Tradesman. It's got the 66 RFE 6-speed, the Hemi 6.4. I was recently hauling about 10,000 pounds. Had my car trailer and an F250. So my trans temps were getting into about 210, 220 for averaging for, I don't know, for most of the day, unfortunately. And it wasn't doing that. Well, everything I found online points to this thermal bypass valve. From what I understand, there's a little valve in here. And at the very top, up here, there's a plunger, like a thermostat, that forces the transmission to internally flow until it heats up, at which this valve will move and then allow the fluid to go to the cooler and then back to be a transmission cooler as it's supposed to. Well, pretty sure something happened to this, and looked around online. It's upside down, but anyways, got this revmax. It's called the revmax zerostat. Basically, it's a straight through block. There's none of that technology in there. It's like EPA forced the government to fix what's not broke to get cars and vehicles up to temp quicker to operate more efficiently. So in this case, they've added another device, another failure point to transmissions. Great. Anyways, for us 66 RFE guys, when you slide under the passenger side here, there's a central axle disconnect on my front axle. You will have white caps covering the front, and you will kind of have a panic attack initially, like, oh crap. The new design, the part that I bought, which is only basically, when you look it up, it's only for a 68 RFE, and you're like, oh, I don't have a threaded side. Well, that's true. Once you pry these white caps off here, you will then have the clip to then slide your lines off. Because when I slid under here, all I saw was the caps covering everything. I'm like, uh-oh. And then I realized once I pushed these off, I'm like, oh, we're good. So I'm going to go ahead. You can use a crescent wrench to hold the block, or a 24mm wrench will also fit to help hold it. This is a 21. Just use a pick, screwdriver, whatever you got to get out the, whatever you want to call these tiny little clips. The RevMax kit, I just ordered it off Amazon. Came with some new O-rings and some new snap clips. What do you want to call them? So that's what we're doing on this after work evening. We're going to get this swapped out, and then I'm going to basically be driving this tomorrow, and hopefully my temps resume back to normal operating temperatures, under 170. So that's what we're going to do here, and have a pan, have some rags, because there will be fluid coming from both sides more than likely. So I guess it's time to get messy and finish getting this off and swapped out. Alright. Got it installed. This is one of the few times that I should have RTFM, read the manual. I did not, and I had to take it back off. Reason: I don't think you can see them in there, but there's a tiny O-ring in each side there. Maybe you can see them. This from RevMax does not come in pre-installed. This little baggie with the clip and the O-rings, yeah, you have to install the O-rings on the side from the cooler front of the truck, and then you clip it in. Otherwise, it just pours out. I didn't put the O-rings in, so I had to take it all back off and put the O-rings back in. Anyway, so this is now done again. Got everything retightened back down. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fire it back up, check for leaks, and I'm going to have to... I thought about filtering it. I'm just going to go get some new fresh fluid. Probably, I don't know how many I need now. I probably need... Originally I only needed a quart, but now that I had to take a whole bunch of time and get those O-rings in, which was tedious, I now need like 4 quarts to replace it. What lost. So that's what we're doing now. Try and clean up whatever mess you made. And so yeah, there it is. It's a revmax, and just wanted to document my mistake. Let me see here. My mistake of not putting those O-rings in, which if I would have read the manual, I would have known. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. It'll be probably a couple days before I have a update video on it, if it made a difference on my transmission temperature or not. Hopefully, it was worth the money. Only 109 bucks, but it's a lot cheaper than an overheating transmission, so time will tell. Thanks for tuning in. Alright. There is after about 30-minute drive down the highway, averaging 70 and better. Ran in cruise tow haul for the heck of it. Trans temp 120 since I swapped out that thermal bypass block. Usually I used to get up to like at least 170, I guess, is like kind of operating temperature or something, but yep, running empty. Drove it to work today, 120 degrees, and that's where it's been. It took a while to get there. It took about 15, 20 minutes to get to 120 down the highway. So I'd say this bypass block so far has solved my issue with my transmission getting up to over 200. Don't have any tow gigs coming up yet, so that will definitely that'll let me know for sure. All right, just wanted to follow up with you afterwards.